Good morning, good afternoon. Thank you for tuning into the home of Nanny Dogs 314. Well, you already know who your talk man is. Hey, player. See, I stay out of your lane. I don't trip off of you and nothing you do with your dogs. But one thing you do is try to put breeds and call everything that attack a person or attack a prey is a bully mix. When it's three standards for it's six standards for a bully. So how do you come up with a bully mix? But you the same guy who sits on the internet and calls everything mixed, and then you mix dogs. So my thing to you is, what do they say? This video for the players for education and purpose only, to teach a little bit of knowledge that everything that people say is not true facts.
Police are searching for a dog owner after a Chihuahua was killed and its elderly owner was also attacked. Local 10 News reporters
They said a elderly person, they Chihuahua, and then was attacked by what?
Cheyenne Malone is live in Medley with the story.
Well, initially, when we learned about this story, the owners told us there were two dogs involved in this attack. But after
it was two dogs involved in the accident, so I found out this is the behind the first story, what they was calling the dog.
Reviewing reports here at Animal Services, we're learning that this dog, is considered the aggressor in this case. He is sitting in quarantine. Let's take a look at some of that video right now. It's actually a female dog. It's considered
a what?
A Bulldog mix, and was picked up.
A Bulldog mix that was picked up. So at the end of the day, people will say, "Oh, it said that the Bulldog mix female unalived a woman Chihuahua and tried to unlive her." But you sit on the internet, you tell everybody, hit that thumb up, you tell everybody that, oh, these bully mixes are doing this. When I found the article of a Bulldog mix. Now, see, this is what you don't understand. You're mixing a guard dog with a game dog. And when you mix a guard dog with a game dog, you don't know if the guard instinct's going to come out or the protection part going to come out. But you sit on the internet and you try to put like this blue dog this and blue dog that, and you hashtag my name in some stuff that don't have nothing to do with me. You can, I haven't not been breeding dogs for over 40 some years for you to be trying to put me down and say that. I had a litter of 6 and I kept one. So that means I sold 5 dogs. My dogs is not in no state that you be calling out, sir. My dogs are nowhere to be found as where you do it. Another thing is, you so much a hater, bruh, that I showed a picture of Mac's grandfather, and you said that this dog was a Bulldog or an Amsterdam, but then you start talking about Kobe's picture. I placed my APBT on my channel 2 days ago, and you've been talking about American Pit Bull Terriers. But you'll sit on this internet and tell everybody, oh, I'm their daddy. First of all, player, that stuff is killing me. You say things that don't sound right when you watch everything I do. I was thinking about not going live to speak on you and your dogs that you've been breeding over 70 years, since the 70, have been attacked. Because at the end of the day, you got to think about this. You're mixing dogs. You telling people that they can buy 2 dogs from you that's mutts and breed them together, and you're expecting that your dogs that you don't assess, that you don't do nothing with, but sit on the internet and criticize everybody, that these people are not breeding these dogs because you sold them a female and male to breed. So now they breeding it and they listen to you, and you're not giving them no knowledge. You're not giving them no knowledge about how to deal with the dogs that you creating, because you're the same person that sits up there, and I'm gonna play this again because we have more people in here, we're going to play this one more time for educational purpose only. And I want you guys to hear this. For a person always talking about bully mixes that attack. Listen to this.
Police are searching for a dog owner after a Chihuahua was killed and its elderly owner was also attacked. Local 10 News reporter Cheyenne Malone is live in Medley with the story.
Well, initially, when we learned about this story, the owners told us there were 2 dogs involved in this attack. But after reviewing reports here at Animal Services, we're learning that one dog, this dog, is considered the aggressor in this case. He is sitting in quarantine. Let's take a look.
Now, listen, they thought he was a male in the beginning, but watch what they for this say. It's not even a male. It's a female bulldog mix. Now, listen.
At some of that video right now, it's actually a female dog. It's considered a bulldog mix and was picked up shortly after the incident. The second dog that we initially thought was involved, it was simply roaming the area at the...
So at the end of the day, they were searching for 2 dogs and found out that the bulldog mix was the dog that attacked the person. But you'll swear up and down, hit that thumb up if you have. You'll swear up and down, put that on your dead daddy, put that on your land, put that on everything. That these are bully mixes. When you hear these people tell you that it's a bulldog mix, the dog fully look like a bulldog. The dog is built up like a bulldog. The dog is what you breed on your yard. It look like that. So let's say a man who's been breeding the dog, I've been making my own bulldog for years, and you mixing guard dog with game together, and then you selling the people, telling them these are my bulldog. These are Winston Bulldog. Yeah, Winston Bulldogs is getting loose and attacking people because you as a person. What do you want the dog? A family dog. Okay, they raised the dog. Now, bulldogs got a nicer lifespan of living from what is it? 9 to 10 years, 9 to 15 years. We're gonna say 8 to 15 years. The dog get older, he gets bigger, he's been mixed with, and let you tell it, you got the bulldog, you got the terrier, you got the mastiff, and then you sit up here and everything you call out as a bully mix. When you've been breeding these dogs since the 70s, now you made me do research. But enjoy them dogs. If you do the research, yes, in the beginning, they call them pit bulls. But if you they say that when they watching them dogs go into the truck from the pound. Before the veterinarian and anybody get to see the dog, they call it a pit bull. But once they get them dogs in their custody, they realize that them are not APBTs, them are bulldog mixing. How do they find out they bulldog mixing? Because they have the underbite. Real bulldogs got underbites. So these dogs got underbites, and they sitting there and they attacking these people. Now, if anybody that's here who haven't hit that thumb up or didn't hear in the beginning of the video, you're going to hear the news tell you that a bulldog mix unalive somebody, Chihuahua, an older lady Chihuahua, and try to unalive her. But then you see these people on the internet tell you that they're more bulldog, they're more pit bull, they're more bully mixes, and you bring dogs that it's gained like a pit bull in certain ports, and then it's showing the bulldog port, because you got to think about it. This dog, mine, has 2 traits in it. It has a trait to guard. So you got to think about, okay, so this dog, they have this, they let you breed. Now, how you breed, you say you put a terrier in it. It has the terrier port in it, in this game. Then once it unalive its prey, now it's guarding its prey, and this person trying to get their dog. So what do you think that this dog who's supposed to be guarding his prey does? It attack the people. So if a person sit on there and tell you all these stories, but they're not going to tell you that, yeah, the dog attacked the person. I mean, take the prey. Then it guard the prey. And once it's guarding the prey, it is trying to attack the person who tried to save their animal. But you'll sit on in there and say, they don't know what they talking about. They slow. Well, for a guy that been breeding these dogs for over 40-something years, you never told us what I'm saying. Why should a reputable breeder who a guy that's not breeding, I train dogs, tell you that the when you mixing them dogs, you don't know when the terrier part gonna pop out or the Bulldog or the Master Pork gonna pop out. But it can all pop out at one time. It can attack somebody animal and then attack the person when they realize that the prey is not longer breathing. But you don't want to talk about that. You are a horrible breeder that's not assessed. Then you listen. Then you hashtag my name. Somebody sent me with a dog them dogs that attack they own them. And then you say people grab their dogs up and grab them by their jaw. And you do the same thing. But then you sit on the internet and say these dogs for sale. You are tormenting and teasing the dog, and you telling people these dogs for sale. These same dogs that you're grabbing by the skin, that you haven't put on the leash, that you haven't had around kids, that you haven't had around little chihuahuas, little dogs or nothing. So you don't know how they respond. You don't even take your full-grown dogs and assess them with one puppy to see how they gonna act with if a person have a little bitty dog. But you just rep a breeder. You know everything. I'm just a dude who a backyard breeder when I'm not even a backyard breeder. When at the end of the day, because I didn't breed three different females and got stuck with 3 different letters. But you know what they call that, and you know what they call it in the thing where you trying to criticize people? It's called a puppy mill. A puppy mill. Because all you try to do is put puppies on the ground and you're not selling puppies. So you're a prime example. Salute, hit that thumb might be. You're the prime example of a horrible breeder. That you say, I've been mixing dogs, and you tell people that, listen, I wouldn't breed no terrier with no mastiff. I wouldn't breed no terrier with no chihuahua. I wouldn't breed a terrier with a lot of dogs that's going to have guard instinct. But when you got a rookie breeder who don't know nothing, that can't read, don't understand these dogs, only thing he understands is what the color of the dog supposed to be. And that's the horrible part, because guess what? Besides the color of a dog and the standard and the height of a dog, it's more about the dog. It has a temperament. It has a shedding. It tell you how much it shed. It tell you if it's good around kids. If it's a dog that got to be solo bolo. It tell you if the dog can be with other dogs. But you never speak on it. You want to speak on these are not the color of the dog. Who gives a damn? Tell us more about. Tell your people why you trying to get my people attention and tell them more about that. Them dogs have more than just a color, and it's more than that about the standard. Because the standard is not just about that. When you hear about an APBT, it's a dog that can be worked, and if it's in the wrong hand, it can be something real deadly. And another thing, it can be something real docile and don't want to hurt a prey or a person. But you don't talk about that. You talk about, oh yeah, real game bad pit bull can't be around other dogs. Yes, they can. If they got a right, if they being bred right and they being assessed right, they can be normal dogs. But you'll sit on the internet and you'll tell everybody these false lies like you got something going on. When you at the end of the day, you the same dude who caught a dog fighting case and keep on talking about, I was hard gun. No, you wasn't. Listen, at the end of the day, if someone has a recording in video, it's no way you could listen. When they got the record, they can't mimic nothing that you said, because guess what? They'll have to cut something short. You was on video and recording. And you say they lied on you. How could they lie on you when they had video and recording? That means they had to come out your mouth and they had to be your face in front of them. So how they free case you? How they free case you? You said and carried the conversation. You said, I talked to the man, and I asked the man for his ID, and when I walked outside, it was already police out there. Ain't no way that the police sitting there, because he might not fault no evidence to lock you up. So would that mean that you was talking, that they knew they had enough evidence? They knew that they had a dummy in front of them. They knew they had a dummy because they already had the police waiting on you. First of all, you not even watch your surroundings. And every time I look at a document, they said that your dog was in feces and you had a 4-month-old dog who I was very affected and hanging out. Why would they lie on a puppy? My dogs ain't good. No, your dogs didn't, sir. They said your dog was emaciate. Do you know what emaciate means? You think you so smart. Look up the word emaciate. Emaciate is what they said your dogs look like. They said that they were boxer mixes But you had Bulldogs and Masters and Pit Bulls, and they call them boxer mixes. So why did they call your stock boxer mixes? But you got to remember, I can believe that they had boxer because your Bulldogs you have now, the mutts showing boxer traits. They're showing boxer look. But then you get on in there, you try to make it seem like I'm like my dogs out here attacking people. When at the end of the day, I can put my money where my mouth is. My dog, I can take my dog around my kid folks, my people kin folks, because my dog knows when that kid is not trying to hurt him, because my dog has been assessed. Can you take your dogs around any kids? No, you don't take your dogs outside your yard. And you trying to sell people 2-year-old and finna be 3-year-old dogs that ain't seen nothing. They don't even listen. Your dog don't even know what running really is, because guess what? When they get out, they hyper because they be like in the cage, they running around. They know it. We have this short time of being out. After this short time, he's gonna lock me back in that cage, slap me in that shed, lock the door, and call it a day because he through talking to people on YouTube. Your main concern is not your dogs. Your main concern, my dogs, Marlin dogs, anybody other dogs, and your dogs. Your dogs ain't even on the training of a standard. Your dogs don't even have the basic training. You got all, listen, you sit up there, you watch me 24/7. Every time I shoot a video, you shoot a video. I'm reading you talking about picture. It's because of, hold on, let me drop this out. Because of Max Granddaddy. Max Granddaddy, you want to talk about picture because of Max Granddaddy. Like, you so petty and so lame, bro. Like, you, where do you get this stuff? Then you got this kill put about it. You keep on saying we trip out for you. Why you keep on calling my phone? Why do you keep on creating new channels and sending me your videos and talking stuff? Why are you doing that? You and your crew taking out of y'all day worrying about me and my dog that y'all can't even live y'all normal life. Yeah, listen, I feel sorry for y'all. Well, you don't got no lady. So you do have, listen, if you took much as your time, if you took watching me with my dogs and trying to talk about anything I talk about, but you say, I got a whole channel. No, I don't. You want in your mind to believe that my whole channel built on you. Oh, my whole channel is built on knowledge. But the kill part about it, I try to give you knowledge. I even try to help you, but you so ignorant and you don't listen. You get in your little feelings. You heard the beginning of a video. You get in your little feelings and you get the whine and you don't want to, like, for example, you call me slow and said I ride the bus and I'm an idiot. But if you can read, you wouldn't went live. You went live before. You were so anxious, didn't even know what I was going to respond about. You put my picture up on your channel. You put my picture on your channel and responded before you even know what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about this right here. This is my main concern I was going to talk about. Quit saying that it's bully mixes that attacking people when this is what I'm hearing. This they say this dog is, these dogs is. Hold on. Let it play for the audience.
Police are searching for a dog owner after a Chihuahua was killed and its elderly owner was also attacked. Local 10 News reporter Cheyenne Malone is live in Medley with the story.
Well, initially, when we learned about this story, the owners told us there were 2 dogs involved in this attack. But after reviewing reports here at Animal Services, we're learning that this dog, is considered the aggressor in this case. He is sitting in quarantine. Let's take a look at some of that video.
They called it a he before. He might have been a pit bull before they realized it, but after they realized, guess what they're going to tell y'all this dog is? Listen what they tell you the dog is.
Right now, it's actually a female dog. It's considered a Bulldog mix and was picked up shortly after.
A Bulldog mix, but he sits on his channel. He sits on his channel and tell y'all, oh, them bully mixes are doing that. What about that dog? Do that dog count? That dog took a elderly lady Chihuahua out the world and try to take out the world. Do that count? But he want to tell y'all that everything that's doing this stuff is bully mixes. People mislabeling the dog. Yes, the news don't know what they listen. because a couple incidents, yes, APBT and other breeds had attacked. So they just put the ABBT in front. But once they find out what the dogs is, there is a listen. She said it was a male. Then she went back and said it was a female bulldog mix. So she corrected. See, they don't never show y'all the followers up because he want to put that out there that it just is. But if he would know how to read and follow up with stuff and quit worrying about me and follow up to the video, he'll realize that, hey, I don't need to breed the way I'm breeding because it's a lot of bulldogs out there, mixes that is attacking people, and they start calling them pit bulls. But you'll say they bullies. When they ain't no bully, they ain't no bully. They bulldog mixes. What do you bring? What do you bring, Kwame? Bulldog mixes. That's up your alley, bro. That's you. I've been breeding bulldogs since the 70s. Where do them dogs listen? If you a regular breed and your dog go overseas and around the world, then where these dogs at? Are these the dogs that ended up in the shelter getting euthanized? That's what I need to know. Or your dog, you always talking about dogs filling up shelters. You had damn near 15, 20 dogs before you got them dogs you bring that. You had a whole bunch of dogs. What happened to Ghost? I mean, what's her name? Midnight Mama and what happened to Midnight Mama? What happened to Midnight Uncle? What happened to Midnight Auntie, cousin? They just disappeared. But you will tell people that it's shelter full of dogs. Yeah, the ones that you can't sell. Once you can't sell them, they get big and you want to get a new dog. Yeah, they do go to the shelter. You is a horrible person to be dealing with dogs. You don't understand them. You telling people on your channel every other day. Kobe made his own breed. Johnson made his own breed. But at the end of the day, Kobe made his own breed. And at the time, listen, one thing I can say, rest in peace to Kobe nephew. Yes, his mistake of him doing that. So you telling me you've been doing it since the 70s, and you ain't had no mistake that you never had a dog that showed a little bit too much aggression towards you. You never had that happen. You Casper the Frilly Goat. You ain't had no problem with mixing them dogs together to tell people either you been breeding bulldogs, your own bulldog. You ain't had nothing that you haven't came along to tell nobody what to not mix with a bulldog, and you've been doing it since you've been doing it over 40-some years. But you got other guys out here that you say ain't real bulldog, don't got real bulldogs because of the color of dog, but they can give more information about the bulldog than you can. But you the bulldog man, you the king of the bulldog when you don't know nothing about no dog. Only thing you know is color code of dog. Anything besides that, you can't tell us nothing. That's the only thing you can tell us. And the stuff that normal people know. Real pit bulls don't get along with other dogs. That's normal. You can't tell us nothing about none else but color code. You can't tell us about what dog should be bred, what dog, what temper. When you talk about bulldogs, you always talk about the APBT to throw people out. You are so much an idiot that you can't even talk about bulldogs because you don't know nothing. Though you think these people they're with you because they listen. You are a joke to the community of dogs. You so funny, bro. You sit on internet and you try to dissect Kobe. You try to digest Kobe's picture because of Max granddaddy. You try to digest, cut it and paste and say this whole part of it. Okay. Since I'm already heard and we heard, I'm going to speak on something that sounds very stupid to me. Because once you did it, I had to read your comment. You said that Kobe never been lying since the 1800s. How is they lying when you lying now? Because you can't dissect Kobe. You cannot dissect Johnson. You can't dissect none of them. You know why you can't dissect them? Because they before your times. So you're gonna say the knowledge you know up to date, but you listen, a prime example. You try to say my dog was stopped off of Google, but then you say the dog you pull up, they say and stuff is correct. But when you pull up another dog, if it's an APBT, it's not a pit bull. Hold on, you can't use Google. You can't use Google one way and not use it two way. So that's how dumb you is. Because the same thing, you use Google more than I use Google. You use Google more than anybody use Google. You Google your best friend. Where you get your pitch from? Google. Where you get your knowledge from? Google. Where you get your standard from? Google. Where do you get all your information from? Google. You always talking about we need Google. No, you need Google. You listen. You don't know how to spell. You don't know how to talk. You always call somebody illiterate. You always listen. Every time you get excited, bro, by talking about me. What man get excited about talking about another man? What man gets all up? If you haven't hit that thumb up, hit that thumb up. What man get more excited about talking about a man and his bottom part? That don't sound right, bro. Like you sit up here and you think that I sit up here and I want to argue with you and go back and forth with you. Like, bro, you don't have nothing that I want. I don't want no dogs from you. I don't want your registry. I don't want your papers. I just want you to do what I do. Take care of my dog. Oh, I do take care of my dog. I buy my dog. I buy my dog this. Listen, we're gonna get into it. Since I left you alone while you said my whole channel about you. I put on my channel, I say, I feed my dogs Purina and Diamond. You never talk about the Diamond. Yeah, Purina it's cancer. It give your dogs cancer. You don't feed your dogs Purina. I put, the first time I ever put Blue on there, I said, Blue Nose Pit Bull. You had my dog on your page. I put Tiger on my page. That's a band dog. Now, I don't even know why you up in the band dog category when you lie about that you own one. You own your dog. Listen, you the only person I know that they're just like me taking one of my dogs and saying it's an Amstaff, it's a band dog, it's a staff bully, it's a bulldog, it's an American bulldog. How do one dog be 4 different breeds? But you talk about everybody that's mislabeling their dog. You don't know. Listen. You don't know nothing about dogs. You've been on YouTube for 17 years and you have. Listen, you gonna make me listen. This is what you're gonna make me do, right? I created another channel because I know you so much a coward. And another thing is, quit telling people that you want to have a debate with us when at the end of the day, how can you have a debate with us when you blocked us? How can you have a debate with us? Because guess what? If you don't want to have no debate with me, you know why you don't want to have a debate with me? Because guess what? You're going to drop me because I'm not going to agree with what you say. I never said, listen, you always saying that I say everything a pit bull. You ain't never heard me say everything a pit bull, but you're lying and say that. You the same dude. And then you wonder why people left. You know, you told people, you doubled down on it, told people my dog was fixed. You doubled down on that. You told everybody, yeah, we got him. You told it, listen, that's when your channel was jumping. We was going back and forth. You told them, we got him. And you used some Facebook thing and said that I told dude, I'm sorry, buddy. My dog fixed. She can't have puppy because she from the shelter. So my question is to you will be, how do a dog with no you? I'm very slow, you know, I ride a little bitty buzz. I can't think past zero. You still have to answer that question. You watch everything else I say. How do a dog with no uterus have 6 puppies in her body? So what was the puppies in? Did they form from her belly? Did they form from her bladder? Did they form from her heart? Did they form from her brain? Did they form from her ears, her eyes, her tail? I mean, like, where was they sitting at for the 60-some days or the 58 days? Where were they sitting at? But you lie so much and say we tell the truth. All I asked you to do one day was show me your bulldog. Your English bulldog. You never showed me your English bulldog. You never, anything I asked you to show you, you want to see my paper so bad, guess what? Then you sit up here and you told everybody my dog didn't have papers. But you told everybody that your dogs have papers. But only papers you always hand up and you show that the dog on your yard is your APBTs. When your dog looks so like that dog. You ever heard this saying that a dog in the wrong person's hand? Like that's where they say come from. You the prize out where they say it's not the dog, it's the man behind the dog. Where you represent, listen, for you to be a person that knows so much about American Pit Bull Terriers, nobody, you see my dog on there, you call my dog an ass, that's finna bully me. You don't see his rib cages, but you don't see him wide as a front door. You don't see him looking like a big, large dog. Now, for you to be the guy who wants to speak about dogs and what's not a pit bull and the color of a pit bull, and when you dissected Kobe and everybody else, I kind of knew something was really wrong with you. But when you used Tom Gordon against me and didn't get mad at Tom Gordon, I knew you was the real slow one. I knew you rode that little bitty bus. I knew your wheels didn't go that fast. I knew you wasn't, you wasn't what you made yourself seem. Because you can't use nobody and then get mad at them when they speak the truth. You listen, I can't ask you to give me knowledge and tell me something, and then you tell me something and I say you're incorrect. If I thought that your knowledge wasn't good enough, I wouldn't have never called you. So you felt his knowledge was good enough. But when he turned around and told you that he heard about these dogs, you turn around and tell him, no, you talking about the blue paw terrier. And he said, no, them two different dogs. And then you turn around and you still tell people he was talking about their dog. When he told you out his own mouth, no, he's not talking about their dog. But you so much want to be right. Well, listen, you'll never listen. You always kind of hit that thumb up. You always call us little boys and call us slow. But a real man that you want to be, because you'll never be a man. You'll never be a man. You live with your mom. You'll never be a man. And then when you say in your video, well, he went personal. You said on your channel because somebody sent there, you told him, he thinks he hardcore. He think he's a gangster. He think he that. You at the end of the day. But let's go to that when you speak of that. You got the 5-star on your you got the 5-star on your thing. You know, the 5-star and in red, but you want to talk about me. Ain't that swoop blood game? Ain't that blood? Ain't the 5-star the blood? Then when you first get on YouTube, you hashtag my name in video. Then you just run nothing but red hats. Only difference in me and you is, bro, the difference in me and you is I ain't trying to hide who I am. I'm who I am. I'm who I am. I ain't gonna sit on the internet and lie and say I got dogs I don't got. I'm not for to breed dogs together that shouldn't be bred together. You should not be breeding your mutts with. You got okay. Listen, you making mutts. I don't know. I don't know what ingredients you put in it. I know you put a little boxer. I don't know what else you put in it. But then you turn around and you put American Pit Bull Terrier in a dog that already got different breeds inside of it. So now you got this breed, that breed, that breed, that breed, that breed, that breed, that breed in one dog. And you don't think that them dogs you breed not attacking other dogs or people? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't make it seem like you assessing them dogs. Anybody that know who you is, knowing that I'm not lying on you. I don't have to lie on you. I'm not going on YouTube to lie on you and say things like your dog fixed, your dog don't have papers, you a drug dealer. I went from a bum to a crackhead to a drug seller. I didn't never get that when I was more confused about that. How I come from the crackhead to the drug seller. You. Then I went from the shelter dog to the dude who had puppies that you told everybody they dog was fixed. Like you hate me so much, bro. Look, I wouldn't come to South Carolina. You not worth me going to jail. You not worth me lose my freedom because you miserable and depressed. And I'm a 40-year-old man, and you are finna be 49 years old. You're depressed because you're 9 years older than me, and you don't 8 years old, and you don't have nothing that I have. You can say you got this land and you got shed and all that, and you got a vehicle. You own one vehicle. I own more than one vehicle. You don't eat like I eat. You don't bowel move like I do. You don't drink what I drink. You don't even live a normal life. You don't get up. Listen, when you get up in the morning, first thing you do is go on IG, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter to see who you gonna talk about on your channel today. When I wake up in the morning, I kiss my wife, I brush my teeth, I put my jacket on, I put a harness on my dog, I put a leash on, and I get to walking, my morning walk. You ain't cut like me, bro. You ain't doing nothing I do. You don't even listen. I buy sleeves, I buy bite toys, I buy vitamins, I buy dewormer, shots, I buy shampoo, I buy more than you buy. And first of all, let me explain something to you. I don't buy it and put it on camera to show people. I buy it to use it. I'm not putting my money and buying nothing that I'm not going to put in use. I don't care nothing about showing people on the internet me owning some dewormer or this or that I need to put it to use. Because if I put it to use, my dogs don't look good like they do. They're going to be vaccinated like they do. They're going to be clear of problems of worms. They're gonna be flea cool. They're gonna be good. They're gonna be A1. But your dogs, the ones you breed, it made me think. How you sit up and give us more time than you get them dogs. Like you supposed been in it. You been in this game. You done went down for lack of take care of your dogs where they was emaciated. Yeah, you done moved on up. You done moved on up to them not being emaciated. I'm proud. I'm gonna give you a clap on that. But now they lock down so much. Like a private example, you got over, let's see, 6'5", 6'5". That's 11. We're going to say about 18 dogs. We only get to see out of 18 dogs. We get to see that. The brown one, the brindle, the one bulldog. 5 dogs. Work 5 dogs. And where's the other 13 dogs at? What other 13 dogs at? Why we don't get to see the other 13 dogs? You ain't showed you. Listen. You put more in your channel trying to follow me, but I ain't breeding no dogs. I haven't bred no dogs. The ones I bred, what's today? Hold on. Let me explain to you the difference in me and you is. You had puppies before me, you know this, sir. So let's see. Let's count how many days I got into this dog here 2 years old. When your dog already 2 and you find one that's gonna be 2 in April. Them mutts will be 2 in April. Dummy. You ain't know that, did you? Let's see. Today is what? Today the 18th. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 days. 6 days mine to be 2. Yours been on your list. 6 days. And you ain't sold a dog. Let's go to Max. My mutt that you call a mutt says not a pit bull. Well, I sold his whole litter in 2022. It's 2022. You haven't sold dogs since 21. The dog from 21 is still on the yard. The dog that was born in 22 is still on the yard. The dogs that just born in 23 is still on the yard. You got dogs from 21, 22, and 23. You ain't sold a damn puppy. You worry about me and my dog. Do you understand what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the killer part about the situation is, bro, you better learn that you ain't even half of what I do. Your dogs don't work half. I do not breed, train for no legal purpose. What I mean that is his dog doesn't work, train, none of the stuff my dogs do. But he calls me a backyard breeder. You know what a reputable breeder say? You're a backyard breeder. You use that word on me and they told me to tell you that you are a backyard breeder. A backyard breeder does what you do. Breed dogs don't assess them. Breed dogs don't give them baths. They only listen. Ain't you the same dude that said all your dogs get hip tests? When we gonna see the paperwork? You'd have had 3 letters. You had your 2021, your 2022, and your 2023, and we haven't seen one dog go to the veterinarian. You say you telling people that you finna sell them that brown dog you sell it. So when is that dog gonna go get his hip checked? When he gonna go get his heart checked? When he gonna go get a veterinarian? When he gonna get a clean bill of health? See, I left you alone, but you get mad at these dogs and their ancestors. They don't listen. See, I don't have to. When I put an APBT, I'm not putting nobody else's dog on there. I'm putting my dog on there. Your dog, listen, you don't even have enough confidence in your own dog. You don't even have enough self-esteem in your own dog to quit putting other people's dogs. Everybody else in the APBT group, they show their dog. They don't show no pictures off of Google of no APBT or nobody else. They show dogs that's on their yard. But you can't do that. You won't do that. When you gonna show your dog? When you gonna stack your dog up and show your dog? When you gonna show your male? Listen, my male will be 2 years old. So your male was on your yard before Max was born, and you never stacked him up and showed him good against Max daddy. You didn't show him with Blue. Now at least up to 2024, you can at least put him on camera and show him again. Now then you don't listen. You know you're a rookie APBT, talking about you go to shows and you went to shows. When you know it, when you show a dog, you should know how to stack the dog up to show the dog. You pick your APBT in your arm and think that's showing the dog. No, that's not showing no dog. That's not showing no dog. That is bull crapping people. But you the same person who's on your yard mixing dogs that shouldn't be mixed. You mixing. You're breeding dogs together that has temperament that don't match up with each other. You don't have no standard for them. You don't have no goal for them. They don't have a job. You just breed dogs and try to say, you listen. You'll never be like Kobe, like Johnson, like the person that created the German Shepherd, the Doman pitcher. You'll never be like Johnson. You'll never be like them. You know why you'll never be like them? Because guess what, bro? They was not breeding just to put puppies on the ground. They was breeding because they had a goal. Kobe bred his dogs to be the ultimate dog. Johnson bred his dogs to have their job. The the man that created bullies wanted a docile dog that looked good. He bred fashion. The person who bred the dominant picture gave it a job. The man who bred the Kita gave it a job. The man who bred boxers gave it a job. Rock Rollers gave it a job. Masters gave it a job. All these people gave it a job. What is your goal? What you create dogs that why are you making these big old dogs when who want to buy if they want listen, if they want a hog hunt dog, they can go get a APBT, they can go get any dog beside the dog you got. So what your goal is? What is your goal, sir? Because they don't need your dogs to hog hunt or protection when if they need a good protection dog, they can wait on that dog to breed a dog. They don't need nothing from you. If they want a dog who's gonna hog hunt, why would they buy a dog from you when your dogs got your bulldogs? You selling people dogs who have underbites when they're gonna need a scissor mouth to go catch the hog. So tell me that you selling people these dogs that has underbite when they're gonna need a scissor bite to be a guard dog, and they're gonna need a scissor bite to be a hog hunting dog. But you got it going on. You gonna teach us all. You teaching. All you doing is going back of all the knowledge. And because you're so dumb, you can't read and you want to be somebody, you're trying to dissect every old timer from the 1800s and try to say this bull crap. You know, since 1970, you was born in 1975. Okay, so we're going to say 1980, whatever you want to say with lies and say you're older than that, but you was born in 1970. You want to take all the knowledge before you was born and say they lying. Could you think that the lie could be after 1975 and not before 1975? Huh? Do you really think that? Because you make it seem like all the knowledge before you was born was a lie. Could you think that they lied after you was born? Not before you was born. But you sit on in there and you try to dissect John P. Kobe, who listen, when I put up, listen, hold on, let me show you something. See, I wasn't gonna do you like this, but I'm gonna show you something. Look, watch this. Hold on, let me do this. How do I do? I want to go right here. Let's go right here. Watch this. We're gonna do this. Hold on, let me see if I can put it back on. Hold on, here we go. When we Google your name, it come up a 48-year-old clown. We come up to a dog fighter. So you haven't did nothing in the game but been put. Listen, it's so sad that, bro, you got articles on articles. It might be the same thing because you only caught one dog fighting case. You only caught one. But the bad part about the whole situation is you caught one dog fighting case and your name, when you Google your name on the internet, hold on. When you Google your name on the internet, hold on, make sure it's still, yeah, it's there. I got to open it back up. You see that Kwame J Winston, 48 years old, dog fighter, out of, let's go back up, New York, ran from New York. You caught your case in 05? 05, you caught a case. And then when you look up the case, it say that you gotta work at 7 o'clock in the morning. Then you went over here and wasted this lady time. You wasted this lady time telling her you looking for a woman. And then you told her, I don't want women who got weave in their head, and I don't want women this. And then you turn around the next time you go on her and tell her you trying to hit her. And she like, Kwame, you don't remember? Come on, let's get back to it. She was like, Kwame, I'm everything that you don't want. You was like, yeah, I want you. And then she's like, you say you only make 150,000. You like, nah, I make like 250,000. She like, you make the you went on a dating thing with many women who was looking for a man, and you couldn't find a woman on that lady show. That's how sad you is. That's how sad you is, because your common sense did not tell you that you need to learn something better than what you learned. You sit up there and try to mimic it and talk about everybody, their mama, and you are not going nowhere. Your dogs, the dog that you're breeding is things. This is what's happening to people nowadays with you mixing bulldogs. Hold on.
Police are searching for a dog owner after a Chihuahua was killed and its elderly owner was also attacked. Local 10 news reporters Cheyenne Malone.
Hold on, we're gonna go back. Let it read it again.
Police are searching for a dog owner after a Chihuahua was killed and its elderly owner was also attacked. Local 10 news reporters Cheyenne Malone is live in Medley with the story.
Well, initially, when we learned about this story, the owners told us there were 2 dogs involved in this attack. But after reviewing reports here at Animal Services, we're learning that one dog, this dog, is considered the aggressor in this case. He is sitting in quarantine. Let's take a look at some of that video right now. It's actually a female dog. It's considered a Bulldog mix and was picked up shortly after the incident. The second dog that we initially thought was involved, it was simply roaming the area at the...
But you sit on in there. See, you sit on in there, and you said about them bully mixes, and them are bulldog mixes. Yeah, tell everybody that you creating dogs that attacking people and trying to put on the bully community, the bully people. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna cut and paste that little thing, and I'm gonna make that into a short. I promise you, sir. And I'm gonna hashtag bully people to let them know how you trying to set them up and get that. You the reason why people say things about, well, bullies attacking because they got people like you that sits on your website and say that them are bully mixes, and people don't understand what a bully mix is, so they just think a bully. But you never saying it could be a bulldog mix. You never say that. You never ever get on this thing and say, hey, them can be bully mixes. I mean, them can be bulldog mixes. But we got sound that says, I'm gonna let this is what you need to hear, sir. Because I know you hear somewhere listening.
Police are searching for a dog owner after a Chihuahua was killed and its elderly owner was also attacked. Local 10 news reporters Cheyenne Malone is live in Medley with the story.
Well, initially, when we learned about this story, the owners told us there were 2 dogs involved in this attack. But after reviewing reports here at Animal Services, we're learning that one dog, this dog, is considered the aggressor in this case. He is sitting in quarantine. Let's take a look at some of that video right now. It's actually a female dog. It's considered a Bulldog mix and was picked up shortly after the incident. The second dog that we initially thought was involved, it was simply roaming the area at the same time as the black dog.
So, sir, do you sit up here and you just find things that you think pit bulls, and you don't do your research? But one thing I do know is you open up doors. Listen, another thing is Nothing. I want you to hear this. This is another thing. Education's purpose only. Education's purpose only. You play these games. You play these games, and then you get in your little feelings, and this is what you need to know.
A lot of these niggas be playing, man. A lot of these niggas be out here playing and don't realize who the fuck they playing with, man. Bro might have been a serial killer years ago and got away with it and decided, hey, man, I'm going to just change my life and do something different. And people will meet him right here where he's at in life right now and think that he's something to play with. Bro, you don't know what triggered that nigga. You don't know what set that nigga off, man. But you just come playing with him because you think he a hoe because he done changed. You know what I'm saying? I say this to people all the time. I have a saying that I used to say to people. The way you choose to play ain't the way the next person gonna play. Your plan might be, hey, man, we gonna go rob, bro. His plan might be to come back and shoot your son in the face. When you start playing with people, bro, you don't get to determine how the next person plays.
You don't get to determine how I fight back, sir. That's your problem. You gonna get on there and do all that hollering and fussing and all that. When you try to put that on me, when you hashtag my name to stuff, that's saying that you feel that that's me. So quit hashtag my name, and I won't come at you. If people don't have to tell me that you hashtag my name and some stuff don't have to do with me, we won't have a problem. I told you go on your way and take care of your dog, but that's the least thing. I told you go sell some puppies. I told you months ago, sell some puppies. Don't trip about me and nobody else. But you so dumb and you so ignorant that you need to understand it. Everything you do, you never will know the response. See, this how I feel about this situation. This why I played it. This go for you. Listen, I'm not threatening you. I'm just saying you don't know how people gonna respond.
A lot of these niggas be playing, man. A lot of these niggas be out here playing and don't realize who the fuck they playing with, man. Bro might have been a serial killer years ago and got away with it and decided, hey, man, I'm going to just change my life and do something different. And people will meet him right here where he's at in life right now and think that he's something to play with. Bro, you don't know what triggered that nigga. You don't know what set that nigga off, man. But you just come playing with him because you think he a hoe because he done changed. You know what I'm saying? I say this to people all the time. I have a saying that I used to say to people. The way you choose to play ain't the way the next person gonna play. Your plan might be, hey, man, we gonna go rob, bro. His plan might be to come back and shoot your son in the face. When you start playing with people, bro, you don't get to determine how the next person play with you. You know what I'm saying? You got to take everything that come with it. And I think that's what a lot of these...
You got to listen. When you playing with me and my dogs, you got to take everything that comes along with it, sir. That's your problem. You sit up on this internet and you sit on here and you say, they getting personal. Bro, you the first person on YouTube that ever disrespected my mama. You the first person who ever put my daddy mugshot up on their channel. You the first person who ever lied and said my dog was fixed. And then when I come around and tell the truth, oh, they hate me because I said everything wasn't a pit bull. No, bro, listen. You cannot determine how people respond back to what you do. You can't. You won't be able to direct me. You can't even control your dogs. So how you think you're going to control me, sir? Please tell me that question. I tell my dog to sit, it sit. You tell your dog to sit, you pushing on his back end. That's rookie game. You rookie game. A breeder that been breeding since the 70s, and you couldn't go to no shows with no dog. Don't like, oh, we used to go to shows. How you go to shows when you got to train a dog to be able to walk around the ring? If you was hog hunting when ain't none of your dogs collar trained, how can you take a dog out to be able to hog hunt when you got to put a vest on it? You got to put a thing to let it go, pull it off. So how do you do all the stuff that you say when at the end of the day, one thing I do know is none of your dog have the equipment or the mind wise to do the task. You all you do is sit on in there and lie. You a possible lie. They be talking about them. They hate on me. No, you hate on Gerald, Marlon, the dude from Kansas City, the other dude from Kansas City, the dude from the older Bulldogs, Man-Made, Slim, it's so many of us, brother. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous when you got so many people. You find new people. Anybody listen? When I go looking at that, when I went to go look at that odd names, you had people that had 1,000 people. You had people that had 50,000. You want to blow up off of us, but guess what killed about it? You don't get it. You got to listen. To be able to take our people, you got to be able to give the knowledge we give. You got to give your time like we do. See, when we dissect things, we dissect it. When you dissect the thing, it's about one breed. Your main concern is APBT. You talk about Bulldog, APBTs coming. You talk about Frenchies, APBTs coming. You talk about Masters, APBT coming. When it's time to talk about APBT, you talk about the caller. That is sad. That is sad. But you said. You said. If you didn't hit the thumb up, hit the thumb up. That's sad. That's all you worry about. But then when it's time to talk about them, you can't talk about them. And then when you do talk about them, you tell people that Kobe's picture wasn't a pit bull. Well, you say dogs without papers are mutts. Well, Kobe picture before you had your pit bulls. Kobe picture was registered under American Pit Bull Terrier, a 24-time winner. Let me think about that. Kobe's picture, dogs without papers are mutts. Kobe's picture was registered under American Pit Bull Terrier, a 24-time winner. Thinking about that. That man, you don't know nothing. That's how dumb. That's how dumb you is. That you try to dissect the dog that has papers and pedigree under APBT before you even ever touched the APBT. Before you even knew what an APBT was. Come on, bro. Talking about they lied in the 1800s. How they lied in the 1800s, bro? Come on, tell me that. You swear up and down they lied. They lied. They lied in the 1800s. And we're in 2000, and we're in the 20s. That was 18. You got 18, you got 19, you got 20. Hey, you know what? I've been on here for an hour. I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank y'all for tuning into the Home of Nanny Dogs 314. If you haven't hit that thumb up, hit that thumb up. We're gonna go ahead. I just spoke on some things I want to speak on. Appreciate you coming in the building.